because I haven't done anything to this extent before when it comes to a build. So just literally thinking and overthinking about each and everything that I was doing, each and every tool I was using, including this pneumatic nailer where I had to connect it to an air compressor. When I bought it originally, I thought it was the battery operated one, but then so that was another learning curve. Over here, I'm installing wall anchors where there are no studs for the shelf supports on this side. And to think that just years ago, whenever I tried to install wall anchors, I would be sweating and so scared when I'm trying to hang curtains that you will still see a little bit of the wall anchor still sticking out. But now here I am, absolutely grateful to God for the learning process. And then we moved on to painting. But while painting, I thought, hey, I'm doing this for my son's room. So why should I be doing this for myself? So I called him in to join me in the process. And although he joined reluctantly, but he was still glad to be able to do it anyway. As a mom, no matter what I do, I try to make sure I'm involving my kids in just a little way because you never know what will end up sticking with them as they grow. This paint color is actually a custom color which I was able to get by taking the wallpaper, a piece of the wallpaper, to the paint store for them to get me this exact paint color. So there's no name for this paint color and it's from Sherwin-Williams, but I will be able to get you guys a name because I was able to match it close enough to something they had existing already. And so after painting those shelves, I was able to install them here. You can see there are 3 shelves here, and the third one is to build the drawer box. Now, again, a lot of mental load involved in building this because I had to make sure that it was square so that when I'm installing the drawers in here, it would fit well, being able to push them in properly and pull them out properly. Very, very, very important. And you would think after all this measurement and time that, hey, it was square, but guess what? You guys will find out in the next part. So much processing here. And speaking of learning curves while doing this part and using the pneumatic nailer, I actually made a mistake here. And I was like, when I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, I just messed up all the work that I've been doing. Do you see that nail right there? Yep, sticking out there. That's the nails. I thought it was the end of this project, but thankfully I was able to take it out with a plier and then fill up the hole with a wood filler and still be able to get it ready for painting. But whew, stay tuned for the final part where I finally build the drawer box.